Hi, and thank you for taking the time to have a look at the Genius training programs here at Intermetrics. I'm Alan Miller, Managing Director of Intermetrics International, and in conjunction with Jay Niblick, CEO of Intermetrics Incorporated, we've designed these training programs we call the Big Six. 6 programs we are asked for by clients all over the world that make a real difference to the people and organizations. Leadership, management, teams, communication, selling, customer service. We want to share these programs with you to show just how personalised these really are. And one major difference with these programs, they've been designed with 3 distinctive tools we have at Intermetrics, covering a person's behaviour, what drives and motivates them, and how they think and make decisions. Each program has these world-class tools embedded in the training, so every single person who attends the training will have their own personal outcomes with action plans that can apply within their organisations. We are super excited at the responses we've had so far, and we'd love your feedback as part of our journey to making a difference and adding real value. I'd like to hand you over to Jay Niblick, who will take you through a selection of slides and give you a flavour of each of the programs. Hey Jay, over to you.
Thanks, Alan. Let's dive in, everybody. In our Achieving Genius Customer Service Levels training program, we'll be exploring an introduction to the course, overall what we'll be achieving, talking about the profiles that each individual attendee of the program will receive, measuring their personality, their behavioral strengths, decision-making style, motivations, drivers of engagement, things like that. And we'll kind of walk through those and talk about what are the genius behaviors, the genius traits that we do find in working with customers all over the world, drive the best customer service, or ultimately what we're seeking to do is achieve customer loyalty. So we'll talk about the motivations that best serve in there as well. We'll define what exactly is service quality, customer service quality, customer loyalty. Explore and expand a little bit on those attributes that are possessed by the best customer service reps in delivering the best customer service to a genius level, and some of the specifics of connecting with others, building trust with a customer, personal developmental attitudes like work attitudes versus skills and what's the difference, and some specifics in there like problem solving, being able to handle complaints, a natural ability for relating to others, work ethic, changing culture, a whole variety of different attributes underneath that. Our objective is that by the end of the program, you'll have reflected on your own customer service attributes to identify developmental areas where we'll show you how to enhance the effectiveness in achieving customer loyalty. We'll have explored a range of customer service principles and practices that are best practices from around the world, which will assist you in harnessing your own individual capabilities and that of the teams. And ultimately, we'll help you formulate an action plan that with clearly defined steps that will allow you to translate what you've learned in the program into your actual daily activities. So, a slight overview here, some of the service quality things. We'll just kind of go through some of the slides in the program, going to explore what's really going on and what's the difference between poor service, mediocre service, and excellent service. What's the impact on the organization, yourself, and the customer with the difference between poor, average, or superior customer service? Talk a little bit about whose responsibility it is. Sometimes people blame someone else and say it's customer service's responsibility. Equally, the manager of the customer service department's responsibility, and just as equal, the actual overall director. Everybody's responsible. Dig into the natural neural networks of the individuals involved in delivering customer service, understand what natural talents they have for making decisions, why they're motivated to use them, natural drivers there, and how they prefer to use them, their natural behavioral style. And this basically will help us translate into 2 different axes, whether there's somebody that prefers a faster or a slower pace, or is more closed or open. And we've got lots of research from around the world that help us understand which of these 4 quadrants customer service representatives that deliver this most superior customer service fall into. We have to also explore what the modern day customer is about, because it's not your father or mother's customer anymore. Definitely not your grandfather. They're more discerning. And due to a lot of poor service, they're also more demanding. They have all kinds of options, and loyalty is much harder to achieve in today's day and age with today's more discerning customers. We'll move from understanding who it is that we're trying to serve into how you'll actually interact and serve them. Things like building trust, likability factor, selling orientation, whether it is or is not okay to try to sell from a customer service department, Many cases it might be, most cases it's not. So we'll explore best practices from around the world in different industries and what we find there. Talking about customer service attitudes and skills, the difference between, again, and we'll also talk about what those specifically are. Moments of truth. This is where you actually have rubber meeting road, you've got exceptional people skills, outstanding products, superb presentations, and a customer-driven process. We expand a lot inside customer-driven processes. We talk a little bit about the basics of problem solving, resolving problems within the customer journey context, but different aspects there of identifying problems, developing possible solutions, choosing the best solution, so on and so forth. Best practices on a system of how to actually handle customer complaints. It's a big circle. Everything feeds into everything else, but it helps you basically define the process of what are the steps of handling customer service complaints. What do I do at each? And we'll delve into each one of these and explore more how you actually make those happen. More on the journey of before, during, and after a customer service person has a call with a customer client, how they have a problem, what are some of the key metrics that you want to follow as far as a customer service manager, and looking at are things being done properly. And these are the steps that we have to take to achieve superior or genius levels of customer service. We'll give you a framework for the questioning that a customer service representative is also going to use as far as assessment questions, discovery questions, activation, projection, and even transition questions. Not all of these need to be visited. Some of them might be skipped through based on the answer that the person gives, but knowing that you're getting these makes sure that we get all the information and at every point get through what we need to deliver the highest level of customer service, which in the end, again, is achieving only a means to an end. We want customer loyalty, not just deliver blindly customer service. We'll explore a little bit about interacting with the individual, so the 6 facets of listening to others. Service quality and staff engagement. So this is inside the organization from a poor to good attitude and a low to high level of energy. How do we achieve that? Because we don't want people that are disengaged. We don't want critics or spectators. We want players. We talk about something called the change curve, and we have current performance, and we'll identify what that is. We'll talk about things that tend to happen when performance drops, the blaming of others, the blaming of the self, the despair. We'll talk about how to climb out of that curve, and this is headed from inferior customer service at the bottom of this curve up to the top. What small victories mean and how we achieve them, how we achieve confidence as a result of that, which build eventually to big victories and ultimately the new performance that you want to see from your customer service people. We'll explore the 5 A's of behavioral change. In the beginning, I said we would talk about behavioral styles. Well, we're going to also understand if those aren't exactly accurate, how can we change those? And by the end of the program, we'll review the objectives that we had in the beginning, make sure that everybody's on board, make sure that everything is satisfied and checked off. If not, we will recalibrate and revisit. And in the end, make sure that we've achieved the objectives we all wanted to in the beginning. Thanks.